All right, so Matt, what have you brought us?
This is my weekend travel car.
Mm-hmm. It is a Mustang.
2008 Shelby GT Mustang.
I must say that I drove something pretty close to this. It's the new Mustang, I don't know, badass mobile on the track over at Willow Springs when we were doing the car show. I enjoyed the hell out of it, and what I really enjoyed is I enjoyed the stick shift. I enjoyed the knob, and I'm coming full circle and going right back to, I didn't like the
paddle shifts.
I drove the BMW M3 with the paddles, and it blipped the throttle, and you didn't have to lift off and do anything, and everything just took care of itself. And then I got into basically this car and turned some laps and felt like I was driving again.
You know what? Those transmissions are really good. They're efficient and they're better than you and I are, but they're not more fun.
Yeah.
By any stretch, in my opinion.
I agree.
Although those rev match downshifts are pretty cool, but
I wouldn't mind if my race car had the blip thing, because I can't figure out the heel toe thing for the life of me.
I can do that.
I wish I had a dad that cared enough to show me that, but as we established...
I think my dad taught me how to do that.
Oh, now I really hate my dad. So this thing's kind of a throwback to like a 67, 68 Shelby convertible, or like a tribute.
Yeah,
with
this is a modern day 67 Mustang, really.
Now, what's different? They have like the Shelby GT. They have the Shelby 500 KR, which I'm guessing supercharged.
The GT, this is naturally aspirated, okay. Yeah. Then the GT 500,
right,
supercharged, and then for a year there they made the KR, which was
slightly more supercharged.
Slightly more supercharged step above that, yeah.
So does this have the modular engine in it?
Yeah, this is a 4.6 modular engine, but naturally aspirated.
And it's putting out 400
300 and it's not as fast as crazy as those other ones by any stretch.
But I do like the naturally aspirated part, and I do like it's a 2-cam engine.
Yeah.
And I like the overhead cams as well. This is a plaque on it, signed by, we can't say his name, he's going to charge us a nickel.
Well, we might be able to, because it's his car, so if we're talking about his car,
Carolla,
because you don't own this car, he still owns it.
No, this is my own personal car.
You might think so, because he could come at any
he's
time.
He's going to take it at any time.
At any time. That's part of the contract you signed when you bought the car.
Listen, I'm selling this thing at Meekum next week. Climb out, old man.
Some sort of auction for the children. I don't know.
I'm hoping not, but...
So how limited an edition is this?
I want to say they made a couple of thousand of these, and that was about it.
Which is a very light production run, especially for Mustangs. Should we pop the hood and take a look at
let's look at
what's going on? One of the parts I like about the 67 are those sort of driving lights that are integrated into the front grille.
Nice hood stick.
Now the strut brace, I'm guessing, is standard.
That's correct. That comes on this. That's a Ford racing piece.
But the cone filter, K&N, that's your touch, or
no? That's part of the Shelby package on the GT. Yeah.
Oh, really? I do like
the nice billet.
Yes, the billet stuff for the oil and the reservoir for the cooling, and even power steering reservoir as well. But I like the fact, in general, it took a while for car companies to go, hey, car guys like this. So instead of building a car and then having the car guy take it home and buy a bunch of aftermarket stuff, a bunch of cool billet stuff, why don't you guys just do it, and then we'll buy it from you and you can take the money?
That's part of what they're selling. You bet.
Yeah, that's
and warranted.
And they're finally getting it.
Right.
Yeah, they're doing the new motor is making over 400 horsepower.
412, I think, is what
liter.
they rated at. The new 5.0 is over 400, and I've seen dyno runs, they actually pull more than that.
And better mileage than the smaller motors. And
this one's not that crazy fast, just like 325 horsepower, but like you say, it's that naturally aspirated response that you gotta like. It doesn't have the big fat power that the 500s have, but it's really fun to drive. It gets terrific mileage, and it has no bad habits.
Even their V6 is putting out over 300 horsepower.
307, I think, or something like that.
It's a good day we're living in.
No more secretary model.
So you're going to be... Now, this seems like a perfect car to take up to Monterey, as we were talking about before. Will you take this thing up there?
I will not this year, but this is usually my wife and I. This is usually our travel car.
Just go
when
in.
we want to go take a trip, bring the convertible, put the top down, and go anywhere with it.
Yeah, it is nice. So you, why don't you fire it up for us?
Very clean style from the convertible too. The little bump.
Was this the only color option in this car?
No, you could at that point you could get white with silver stripes, black with silver stripes, or this they call Vista Blue.
As long as you're going Shelby, you might as well keep it blue.
I kind of think so.
Diffuser in the rear too, as well.
Got some pipes on there.
Yeah, and that's completely stock exhaust.
That's the way that the Shelby puts that on.
I like that push button start.
I put that on. I'll admit.
You did?
Yeah, I put that in myself.
Looks like the Aston Martin start button.
You know what it is? That starter button is off of a Honda S2000.
Oh, it does look like that
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Honda doesn't make the S2000 anymore, do they?
Sadly, no.
No. It's kind of weird. It's like everyone said to Honda, hey, we like that car. And they went, all right.
Let's wrap it up.
Sorry, Round-Eye.
And nobody bought them.
We'll wrap it up.
Everybody loved it and nobody bought them.
It was the highest horsepower per liter naturally aspirated car until, I don't know, Ferrari 360 or something came around for a while.
It's a good-looking, mean car.
It's a 2-liter motor that's putting out 240 horsepower with no turbo
And you see them
strapped
at
to
the
it.
tracks, with some sticky tires, not much else done to them, some shocks and a little suspension, and they are sticky like glue and fast, really fast.
So they rev and they handle.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, how does one go about putting a push-button start from a Honda 2000 in there?
Start out with a paddle bits, I'm guessing.
He starts off with a dream.
There's an outfit that sells this as a kit
Ah.
for $40 whatever with some instructions and a little wiring harness that you just plug in, and then it works.
And that's
You
it.
pull out the cigarette lighter, and in goes that.
That explains a lot because it was a very clean application, and I was wondering just how the hell you figured that thing out. This is an aftermarket kit.
It's an aftermarket kit, about $50 worth, and plugs in. It was really very easy.
I'll tell you, I'm not horribly jealous of Mustang guys normally, but I will say this. The idea that you can go online and get, I have a Lamborghini, and I have a Switch that's somewhere in the same neighborhood, and the shroud around it broke.
Do the quality materials you
Yes.
used.
And I had to go to Leno's shop and have him make it in his magic mystery 3D mystery machine because this little thing, this little casing did not exist. Couldn't get it on eBay, couldn't find it anywhere, couldn't getting guys' numbers at the Italiano Concourse. Is it the same one that went on the Alpha? No. I don't think so. Couldn't find it. The one thing that's awesome about the Mustang is if you need a part, if you want an aftermarket piece, if you want something cheap,
don't have to call Leno up.
Inexpensive, abundant, and you don't have to deal with that asswipe Leno and his CNC machine.
His 3D printer and scanner.
Right.
Yeah, it's trouble.
It was kind of nice, though, because the piece was plastic. So it was like normally they make it out of plastic and then they make a mold of it.
Just perfect.
But I was like...
I saw the piece he made, too. It's nice.
I was like, can you make it out of black plastic? He's like, yep. And I go, all right, well, then we're done.
Is that Bernard?
Bernard? And Leno delivered it himself.
Wow.
What a man.
Service with a smile.
Yeah. So, Matt, we'll see you up at the track.
You bet.
Now, are you...
Be looking for the Datsun?
Let's plug the book.
Yes, plug the book. But let's be honest for a second. Would you, when those GTOs hit the track, would you like to see just one or two of them make a little contact with each other?
No. I like seeing them do it right.
Not a little rubbing.
They don't have to rub. A good, clean, hot pass is okay with me.
Yeah, those are going to sound so nice, just wound up down the straightaway.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah. And it'll be on Saturday, which, as I call it, my drinking day.
Is that the one day that we can actually relax and eat free cheese and wine?
Eat free cheese and drink a lot of wine. Yeah, let's toss out. Do you have a website where people can find the books? The books are great, by the way. I have at least 2 of them.
I have about 10 books out. You can learn about them all at my own website. That's mattstonecars.com.
We'll put a link up, of course, for you.
Thank you much.
We shall. All right, Matt Stone and his 2008 Shelby GT Ford
Mustang.
Mustang. Good enough. Thanks, guys.